go. Hopefully you stay alive too, bitch. I do. I want to talk. I want to talk. You want to know why? Seriously. You seriously want to know why I think Bobby Johnson did bad? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Wait until a couple people get in here first, then we'll talk. See if anybody does come in, because they might not. Because there's like 2 lives going on right now talking about the same situation, so people may not come in. I don't know. I'll give it another minute, and then I'm going to start talking. Bobby Johnson, anybody in his, and not just Bobby Johnson, anyone that does the shit that he does. That's why I think the people that do shit just like him do bad. And I'll tell you why here in a second. Okay. Now, this is why I think he did bad, okay? You have him going up on the internet, on YouTube, okay? And other people like him. They get up there and they talk a lot of garbage. They talk real tough. Hey Julia, true. But anyhow, people like Bobby Johnson, okay, they talk tough. They say they're gonna beat this person up. They say they're gonna do this if they ever run into this person, okay? They make up lies on the person without actual proof. They could say, this person's a pedo, or this person does this. They will tear the person down without proof. And he's done this for pretty much a whole year straight. He gets the opportunity to actually fight the guy that he talks shit on. What does he do? He runs. But mine... What kind of car was that? Was that a cop? Looked like an undercover, didn't it? But anyhow... he talks a lot of shit on people. Not just this one particular dude. He talks a lot of shit on a lot of different people without proof. And then if people are back and forth, he'll gaslight the situation to make it a lot more intense, to make it a lot more entertainment, I guess you would say. Well, a guy walks up on him, so he had a perfect opportunity to throw hands down, right? But what does he do? He ends up running. But in the meantime, as he's running, he's using his jump rope to swing it at this person. Now, why not use your hands? You talked all that shit that you were going to kick skin off his forehead, that you were going to beat him up, that you were going to show him how it's done, that he's a pussy and this and that. But yet you ran. You hit with jump rope. You picked hands up, you threw stones. You stole 2 phones. What, you won because you stole 2 phones? How do you end up winning by stealing 2 phones when you didn't throw your fist? And then he gets put in a trick bag. People actually believe that New Jersey Jay was going to go to the cops. They actually fell for it and believed it. So what does he do? He runs to the police station first and files charges against New Jersey Jay, allegedly. That's a bitch move. Why would you do that? I stole the 2 phones. You're but yet you only got a little scratch on your neck. That's why I think he did bad. Would you not agree, Julia Thomas? If somebody did they do bad? When they talk shit for a whole year, buddy, that they were going to beat this person up, kick the skin off this person's forehead, and then when they get the opportunity to meet up and throw hands, he doesn't. He ends up running. Then the next day, he ends up going to the police station to put charges on the guy. That does not make sense. That's absurd. That is. He should have just stuck with fishing. Because he was doing so good with the fishing content. He was starting to grow his channel, starting to get more traction, starting to get in the right algorithm. But no. People bait him, allegedly, into talking shit in the dirty sector. Now he's going to have to live with the consequences that he may go to jail too. It was just a dumb decision what he did. It blows my mind. If I'm going to talk shit on somebody and I get the opportunity to fight that person, I'm going to run. I'm not going to go to the police station the next day and file charges. I'm going to take it how it is. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I got to take that L. It's just wow. It's crazy how some of these people move on here, man. It's crazy. Shizzle. It's about a guy in the dirty sector by the name of OG Bobby Johnson. For a whole year, maybe longer, he's been talking shit on this New Jersey J guy. Well, New Jersey J finally met up with him. What does OG Bobby Johnson do? He doesn't stand there and throw hands. He ends up running. But in the meantime of running, he's swinging a jump rope. And then at the end of the story, he's trying to say, oh, he punched New Jersey J, he hit New Jersey J with the jump rope, this and that. But mind you, New Jersey J doesn't have no marks on him. But as he's swinging the jump rope, he's also picking up stones, throwing at him, picking up 2x4s, trying to swing it at him. But mind you, he doesn't make any contact. He ends up running. The next day, which was yesterday, the aggressor, Bobby Johnson, allegedly ends up going to the police station. But yet he talked all that shit about, like I said, about kicking skin off New Jersey J's forehead, talking about how he was going to beat him up, saying about how New Jersey Jay was a pedo, saying this and that about New Jersey Jay's wife. So what did he expect? He expected New Jersey Jay to chase him around the whole goddamn park? It just don't make sense. You got all these tough guys saying what they're going to do, but yet when an opportunity comes, they run. And then they end up going to the police station. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. You know how some of the people in the drama sector do it. You know, how they talk all that tough game, and then they never do nothing. You know how MMA fighter, what's his name, that goes to Urban Disciples. You know how he says he wants to beat Urban up and wants to beat this guy up, but yet you never saw him fight. You never see him get down busy, but yet he has all that tough talk. That's similar to that. But yet not. I mean, it's different situations, but it's similar. When the opportunity comes, you don't go for the opportunity. You don't go in for the kill. You run like a bitch. Now, yeah, the only thing you got out of it was 2 phones. Time is it? Okay, I got enough time. I gotta run to Cool's Hardware for screws because I got the kitchen sink handle back on, and it takes 2mm screws that you gotta put in. So I gotta try and find them at Cool's Hardware. Hopefully they got them. Better slow down, because it is 25 through here. Who was that? Man, their parking lot's getting weeds, you know? Oh, yeah. I know he fights, like, for UFC, like, MMA. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying he doesn't fight in MMA. But I'm saying how he talks shit that he wants to fight Urban at times. But yet him and Urban never met up. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, he has fought in MMA. Yes. I'm not saying he didn't fight in MMA. What I'm saying is, you talk a lot of shit on Urban, but yet you don't meet up with him. Now, I'm comparing it to OG Bobby Johnson in a way, because Bobby Johnson wanted to meet up with New Jersey Jay. That's what I'm saying. He wanted to fight New Jersey Jay. He wanted to kick his ass. He wanted to do this and wanted to do that. But when the opportunity came, he didn't do it. He backed down like a bitch. And like I said, this guy actually went to the police station yesterday to file charges against that guy. It don't make sense. Why would you do that? You're the one that wanted to beat the guy up. You're the one that's on video stealing his phones out of his truck. So it might backfire on him. That's what I'm saying. He should have just took the loss. instead of crying and complaining and then having to go to the police station now. That was dumb. That was a dumb move. But now he's the one that got the police involved, so now he has to deal with the consequences. I'm going to go live later when I get home. I got to run into Cole's Hardware and get 2 screws. So, peace and blessings, and I'll talk to you later.